Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? I wanted to come on here and teach a little bit about Gematria. I was able to prepare a PowerPoint presentation, so I want to get started. So Gematria is really amazing. God has created this way to speak to us. So it's God speaking to us through numbers and code. So Gematria is God speaking to us through numbers or code. God uses the beautiful language of numbers to communicate with us. This shows his magnificence through his intelligent design and all of creation. Through Gematria, there are multiple ways to calculate the amounts of words using numbers or a number value for each letter. There are many kinds of Gematria, many different types. I've heard that there's about maybe 40 or more, but I only have about 20 listed, so let's just look at each one of those. So number one is basic English ordinal, and that's what I'll be using with the pages that I have, with the information that I have. Number two, full reduction. 3, single reduction. 4, reverse full reduction. 5, reverse single reduction. 6, alphabetic order. 7, reverse ordinal. 8, English extended. 9, Latin. And 10, Hebrew. All right, 11 is Sumerian. 12 is reverse Sumerian. 13, Jewish. 14, Jewish reduced. 15, Jewish ordinal. 16, primes. 17, trigonal. 18, squares. 19, septenary. And 20 is either Chaldean or Chaldean. I'm not sure of the exact pronunciation, so I apologize if that's not correct. All right, so when I went to look at the library, I went to look on the website, at least my library, to try to find any books on Gematria. There were not any books at all. I went to look in the one section of the library. It's kind of has like the occult and some strange stuff in it. And the one book I found had like one chapter, or one really small chapter, on Gematria. So there's not a lot of books that I could find that are written about it. Maybe you could find some and maybe share them in the comments below if you found any. But there are a ton of websites and resources on the internet that you can find more about it. So just that's a little side note there. So anyway, our basic simple Gematria, this is what we would use, the letter value. So each letter has a corresponding value or number. So we have our English alphabet, which is A to Z. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, and so on. So it goes on down the column there to N. Then it starts back up on the other column. We have O equal 15, and that goes all the way down to Z, which is 26. So this is what the chart that you would use for figuring out Gematria values of words, phrases, sentences, and so on. All right, so then I calculated a couple of words, their values. So I did flag. So flag is, we have already out the word flag, and F is 6, L is 12, A is 1, and G is 7. For a total value, add them all together, you get 26. All right, and then we have dog, and that's D-O-G. When you do D is 4, O is 15, and G is 7, and that gives us a value of 26. And then I also wrote out God, and the value of God also comes to 26. So then I decided to find out the value for Jesus, for the name Jesus, and it comes to 74. So you have 10 plus 5 plus 19 plus 21 plus 19, which gives us a total of 74 added together. So then another name for Jesus is Messiah, and how amazing is that it comes out to be 74, just like Jesus's name. I just thought, as I was starting off in this journey of doing Gematria, I was like, okay, Lord, here we go, and it was really neat to see similarities with the names and words and the values that they came to. All right, some other amazing words. I mean, I just started doing this with a bunch. So Jesus, of course, is 74. So I was like, okay, what's the value of Christ? And the name, of course, it's 77. And then I put it together. Jesus Christ comes to 151. And then I was like, well, let's see what else, what other things that are, have to do with the Lord that, what other names and so forth. So then I looked up Holy Spirit and I calculated the amount for Holy Spirit and it came to 151. So I was like, oh my heavens, Lord, you're so incredible the way this works out. So anyway, so I did a bunch of other words to try to group them together by their same value. So Lord and healer are both 49. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Bible and peace both came to 30. And if you think about, reading the Bible, does give us peace. Faith and hope both come to 44. Holy and word come to 60. So you think about it, God's holy word, how amazing. That's neat. Soul and holy place both come to 67. And then miracles and creator both come to the value of 80. So, I mean, you think about it, miracles are associated with our creator. So that's really neat. So you can do this with lots of different words. In fact, I've started a notebook, and I know other people have too. And you just write pages and pages and pages. And I've tried to create a page for each number value. And as I'm watching other people or following other people on Telegram and they post things, then I'll write it down in my notebook. And soon I'm going to have this notebook that's going to be, like really, really thick. But anyway, so it's really neat to keep track of. Okay, so then for your own work with Gematria, I have listed 3 websites that will help you when you're trying to figure out, instead of like sitting and doing it with pencil and paper, and a calculator, which I had been doing. There's some valuable websites that can help you. You just type in the word, the phrase, or the sentence, and it will give you the value. So we have gematriacalculator.us, gematrinator.com, and gematrix.org. So all 3 of those you can calculate just the basic simple, like the old, the English ordinal, like that I was showing you on the other pages. And then I think all of them will actually calculate the other types of gematria, reverse, ordinal, full reduction, those kind of things like that. And then I think the last 2 websites will actually give you more information on gematria. It'll define it for you and explain it and that kind of thing. So anyway, so if you find any other websites that you use as you come across, put those in the description below. That would be really helpful to other people. So anyway, I am so glad you came along here, and I hope you learned a lot about Gematria. And I think it would be really neat if everybody in the comments below just maybe do your first name, either figure it out on your own or use one of the websites, and put your name in the comments and then tell me what the value of your name is using Gematria. It'll give you some practice. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Take care. Bye.